Welcome to A Perfect Touch. I'm Jeanette. While I've seen customers participate in stash swaps, I've never taken part. And for only one reason, I don't keep a lot of fabric stash. Not because I don't want to, but only because I don't live near any incredible fabric outlets or districts. In fact, most everything I find is online shopping or in online customers' destash groups. But I did have one very special fabric I had purchased in May 2007. It was part of a collection of 3 fabrics, and I had a particular project in mind when I purchased it. But that event and project didn't happen. In November 2015, I used 2 of the fabrics for a different project inspired by a Harper's Bazaar fashion plate from the Victorian natural form era. I kept the remaining fabric on a roll and protected it these past 15 years. So when Annabelle of Horizon Cosplay announced a stash swap, I was thrilled and filled out the form choosing the send and receive options. To save shipping costs for all customers participating in the hashtag StashSwap2022, Annabelle matched swappers by proximity. I felt so fortunate to be paired with Megan of Cluster Frock. I watched her videos and just knew that she could turn my beautiful fabric into an extraordinary creation. I removed the 7 yards of embroidered silk from the roll and said my final goodbyes. I gathered some coordinating trims and a special cameo pin that I had been saving for the project. I also had several yards of the pre-gathered chocolate brown fabric and tied everything in ribbons ready for packing. I wrote Megan a note telling her how excited I was to have her for my Stash Swap 2022 partner and that I was looking forward to seeing her creation. Everything protected in plastic and ready to mail by the due date of February 28th. I hope you enjoy this box of goodies, Megan. There was an uneven number of participants in the United States, and the remaining participant did not want to swap. She wanted to send only, and with a roll of the dice, I was to be the lucky recipient of a stash package from Noelle of Costuming Drama. What wonderful luck. I had watched one of Noelle's recent videos and know she has an amazing fabric collection. I had also recently come across one of her Instagram posts where she was taking a fan-making class from Lynn McMasters from Out of a Portrait. Lynn and I had worked together in 2019 when I received permission from her and also purchased supplies from her for a class I was teaching on the East Coast. It happened that one of the weekend attendees dropped out at the last minute, and I had one extra kit of black and natural fan sticks with the black and white leaf for an Edwardian fan. As it was a Victorian Valentine weekend, for lovers of all things Victorian, I asked Lynn to fit the fan sticks with ruby rondelles with special hardware. Noelle did not want to receive anything in the swap, but against her wishes, I packed up the leaf and fan sticks and shipped them to her. Enjoy, Noelle. And without a minute to spare, I shipped the packages to Megan and Noelle on the due date. While I was shipping at the last minute, Noelle must have been ahead of schedule, and that very same week my stash surprise arrived from Noelle. Luckily, I have the most incredible mail carrier who left the package at the gate wrapped in a sturdy plastic bag as showers were in the forecast. Jeanette, I hope that you find at least some of this fabric useful and to your liking. If not, please pass it on to others who might find it so. There are no guilty keeps in Stash Swap. I can't wait to see what you make. Love from Noelle. Sheet. Maybe good for mock-ups? Petticoats. It's not my sheet, and I have no idea where it came from, but I know it has been washed. Enjoy. Also, sorry about any cat hair. Cat hair? We also swapped furry baby's fur, I'm sure. I originally bought this to make corset or corset mock-ups out of, but I have a lot of green striped fabric for that. I can't wait to see what you make out of it. Random silk I bought as part of a lot from someone else a very long time ago. Tag says 3 3/4 yards. I have a feeling Noelle was smiling when she packed this box, as she had the most incredible surprise fabric next. A blue stripe. Stripe must be a favorite of Noelle's, right? Silk taffeta. The note says, "This is supposedly 12 yards of fabric from Fancy Styles Fabric, silk taffeta. The experience of dealing with them has made this cursed for me. I hope it does better for you." Oh no, I know how that goes. Trying to enjoy the project after a difficult purchase can take away all the joy of creating. So without the history, I'm free to enjoy the glorious colors in this lovely silk taffeta. As if I weren't already overwhelmed by Noelle's generosity and the beautiful fabrics, at the bottom of the box is a bag of 24 black velvet buttons. The note. Can't have too many buttons, unless you are me and you have way too many, given your aversion to using them. I can always use black velvet buttons. Noelle, thank you so much. I'm excited to get started using these beautiful fabrics and treasures. I have so many projects this year and already have ideas forming. But you and everyone else is going to have to wait for the next video to see what happens. Until later.